Hey, it's Kirsten Allen back with another video. If you are new, I'm an accomplished corporate professional with over 10 years of experience in both corporate marketing and sales, working for two of the largest Fortune 500 tech companies in the world. And I've taken that experience to become a career pivot coach for women. I help women who are unfulfilled and stuck in their career, but paid well, transition into a career that they are passionate about and ultimately being fulfilled with work-life blend. So, as you are watching this video today, I'm sure that you are looking for a career pivot. You're looking for something that not only pays you well, but that you're also passionate about. But maybe you also have some flexibility that you need because most of my audience are moms just like me, and you have to figure out how to make that balance. So, wanted to share something more on the personal side today and talk about how oftentimes we feel that we have to dive into motherhood and put our dreams and our goals and the things that we want to do to the side, right? We say, oh, when the kids graduate from college, then I'll go back to school, or when they graduate from college, then I will, start that new career or start that business even, or whatever that may be. And I want to share something with you that's so important as you embark on this journey is that your children want to see you being the best version of you right now. You don't have to wait until they get older or until, they move out to start to chase your dreams. When your kids look back on their childhood, they want to see happy parents, a happy mother taking care of herself, thriving, focusing on herself, but also being there for her family is a great memory for a child to have as they get older, because then they start to see the importance of caring for themselves and how pouring into themselves ultimately makes them better for the people around them. So I hope that I can shift your mind just in this moment to really think about how much better it would be to be happy, to be fulfilled, how you can truly show up and be fully present with your child and not running on E or not feeling like, you're being pulled in different areas, and really be able to focus on the things at hand, including yourself, so that you can give back to those in your family. Now, for me, it took me a minute to really get this honed in because I mentioned on another video with motherhood, for me, I just kind of jumped in and went all in and put all of my stuff kind of to the side. And like I said, my mornings would start kind of hectic. I would just jump right into my son. I didn't have any time for myself, and I would just kind of be frustrated. And over time, you begin to get this looming frustration, and you can't figure out why. You're always tired, all of these things, right? And it's because you don't prioritize you. And in doing that, you have to also think about your goals. What are the things that you want to accomplish? Your children will be so much happier if they can see you doing those things in real time and not when they've moved away. You're instilling good values in them to be determined, to be a person who sets goals and goes after them, and still make time for the people that are around them. And that is something that they can carry into their future. And then you also want to think about it from this perspective. If you're constantly running thin, you are not fully present. You're forgetting things. You're, short-tempered. You're frustrated and you can't explain why. You can't be fully present if you're not pouring into yourself. So, here are some steps that you can take to start to look at this. You need to really look at your goals. So whether it's career, whether it's, health, fitness, whatever that is for you, you need to look at your goals and be very clear on what they are for you. And then from there, you need to make time for them. So maybe it's in the morning. Maybe you have, this business idea, your transferable skills that you're doing in your career, you want to change or parlay into a business career or a business opportunity. Why don't you take some time to start doing a course, or mapping out what that will look like, meeting with mentors, whatever that is. Every day you should be moving towards your personal goals, and making time for your family should also be fitting into that. So I talked a lot about habits. I haven't talked about scheduling just yet, but these are some things that you can use to make sure that you make time for you and hold yourself accountable. I talked about accountability really starting to be an internal thing before it's external. So making sure that you are constantly holding yourself accountable for making time for yourself by either writing it down or keeping it in some type of on your phone or on your tablet, whatever digital thing you may use. Okay, so if you're listening to this, you still may be a little skeptical. Let me provide you with a little illustration. If you travel a lot, this will be a familiar saying, but I want to really show you how this applies to everyday life. So, when you get on a flight, right? And if you're traveling with a child, especially if you're the one sitting with the child, they come over to you specifically. I'm always targeted. They're like, oh, you have a baby, make sure you do this. So they come over to you and they say, If for any reason that the overhead mask drop down, make sure you put yours on before you put the one on the child. And then most of us are probably like, no, we're going to save our child first. We're going to make sure they're okay. And then we put ours on. But when you really think about the scenario, and thank God I've never been in this scenario, and I hope that I don't in my travels. But if for any reason that the masks do drop down, right, and you need to put them on and you're trying to fiddle and get it on your child, you're panicking and all these things, say if the air pressure is lost so greatly that you lose consciousness trying to get it on the child. Now you nor the child has it on, and you're both at risk of, what may be happening from there. So the reason that they tell you that is because you need to be in your right mind. You need to be fully equipped to be able to help the child. So same scenario, same type of thing in real life. If you don't have your oxygen mask on, being, taking care of yourself, having that me time, working on your goals, working on your fitness, or whatever that may look like for you, then you don't have the strength, you don't have the consciousness to be able to give the child what they need at the fullest capacity, in the right mind, in the right space, in a calm place that you need to be in order to be there for your children. So you need to think about that in terms of your everyday life. How can I make sure that my oxygen mask is on and it is operating well so that I can get this on the child without freaking out, without losing it, and without losing consciousness, right? So I hope that you can approach your scenarios, your goals, the things that you want in life in the same way. How can I teach my child to have everything that they want in life if I'm not doing what I want? How can I tell them to be passionate about what they're good at and go after that and be determined and be dedicated if I'm not demonstrating that to them? I'm demonstrating my commitment to them every day, but what we fail to see sometimes is children look at things that happen in their life, and I'm just thinking back over my life and the things that I saw as a child. They're not looking at all the sacrifices that you made, right? I know we think like, oh, we did all these things for our kids, they, can see that, or they can feel that. They feel the love, they feel your presence, they feel you being able to be present for them when they have certain things going on, or they enjoy seeing you doing the things that you want to do because it inspires them. Those are the things that matter. It doesn't matter that you stayed up late to do all these things for them while they were sleeping. Like they don't care about that stuff. They see the residual effects of it, but if it's you showing up as being drained or not present, or they want to play with you and you're not there, those are the things that matter to them the most. And being a part of having this space of thinking about yourself and pouring into yourself is going to help you show up and be that person. They're going to want to look back at their parents and say, oh, they were a hard worker. They did this, they did that. So now I'm going to go and chase after my career and do the things that I need to do because I saw that growing up. So we got to make sure that as we're thinking about the values that we want to instill in our kids, that we're a physical representation of that, and that we always have our oxygen mask on to be able to give to them. So I hope that was helpful for you. And I want you to really think about this as you go about your everyday life. And even if old wives' tales or, people back in the day are like, oh, no, we didn't do that. Think about what it is today and how you want to achieve and reach your goals, and how that can really carry into the trajectory of your generation. You want to break generational curses. You want to have your child live a different life. Then you have to approach things differently than other people may have before you. So it's a healthy balance. You want to be there, you want to be present, but you also want to be moving and shaking and growing and doing the things that you ultimately want to do, and showing them that they can do it too. All right, so thanks for watching this video. What I want you to do is tell me in the comments one thing that you want to prioritize for you. So whether that's a career pivot, which we talk about on here a lot, whether that's a fitness goal, whether that's starting a business, whatever it is for you, what's one thing that you want to prioritize just for you in this season? Comment below. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.